Ian lives in Pontypool. He's married to Sharon and has two sons, Martin and Adam. What follows is Ian's perception of life, relationships and work as he lives with multiple sclerosis. His story at 40.
Well, childhood was pretty average really. I was the only child, but mum and dad both worked and I was healthy. I did lots of sport, lots of activities. I was a huge music fan, and schooling was just average. You know, there wasn't anything particularly brilliant, but you know, it was just a normal life, as you know, if you can define what normal is. But then obviously as I got older, I did experience a little bit of the wider world. I joined a heavy metal band in 1988 and had 2 great years of just enjoying myself, and then family came along, so everything up until the point of diagnosis and the onset of disability was fairly average really.
Until the age of 27, disability hadn't featured in Ian's or his family's life, and so when Ian's health began to deteriorate, the consequences were significant.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2000, and I've been disabled using a wheelchair since about 2004, 2005. I was in the middle of a career, in the middle of the whole family thing, mortgage, etc. So when I had to stop working because of it, it was a huge impact on my life, financially, emotionally. Was a very difficult time, and it made me realise just how important life is, to go through all that.
Becoming disabled later in life presented an unplanned challenge for Ian.
I've been involved with the MS Society, done some charity fundraising, some skydiving, some abseiling, and various other events that I've got involved in. I won the MS Society UK Fundraiser of the Year for various fundraising activities that I took part in and organised to raise money for a specialist occupational therapist for MS in Gwent.
Ian now works part-time for a disability-focused radio station, Able Radio. His role enables him to gain a deeper insight into the various aspects of disability and impairment.
The people that I've met along the way who've inspired me with a varying degree of disability, and whether that be learning difficulties or physical disabilities, these people are incredible, and it's quite humbling actually to get involved with people that have so much to give, and maybe in 40 years ago they would have been written off or institutionalized. Now they have a chance to get out there and have their voices heard.
As Ian's condition progresses, the support he receives from others really makes a difference to his life.
My employers, who are particularly good in accommodating me and doing everything they can, but not only that, but the health team, the MS nurses in particular, social services and charities as well. The MS Society have done so much good work with me and supported me, that it's all those different authorities and organisations that have come together to make sure that I can live as full a life as possible. I'm extremely grateful and lucky to have a family that are fully supportive. That's my close family, and that gives me so much strength, and that enables me to live the life I want to. Some friends have been fantastic and really stuck by me and really want to be a part of my life now as a disabled man. But other friends I found completely distanced themselves from me. I've not talked to people that I classed as good friends for 5, 6, 7 years. So it was different, and I believe some of that was down to my disability and maybe their ability or inability to cope with it. But I think it's times like this when you find out who your true friends are.
Ian still experiences barriers within his life, which are shaped by the environment and the attitude of others.
Access is obviously a huge issue for me. I became a wheelchair user around about 2004, and it was only then that I began to notice great inconsistencies right across the board as far as access and barriers are concerned. Some places are excellent and really do cater and consider the disabled person's need. Others, being blunt, they do get away with a lot, and I think that impacts on a disabled person and their ability to go about their daily business with as little fuss as possible. One of the things that really sort of annoys me is the under-representation of disabled people right across the board, from high-profile businesses to politics to the media. And whilst there are still some really inspirational high-profile people in these positions, there simply isn't enough to go right across society.
As Ian turns 40, he looks forward to what the future brings for himself and the wider context of disability.
I think the information and advice I'd give to other people maybe facing disability or already disabled would be to be strong and to maybe not accept no for an answer sometimes, and shout really loudly if they think they need to, but do it in a nice way, of course, and just to have hope, and if you need help, ask for it. There is lots of help out there, but you do have to ask for it, and you may have to search for it a little bit, but really just to live your life as full as you can, and try and be inspirational and help as many people as you can. My hopes for the future in the wider sort of disability world is to see the gap in equality shortened, so that disabled people are treated more equally. But not only that, there is a more tolerant and more understanding approach by members of society that are not disabled or have no connection. Disability has brought a whole new world to me. It's made me personally change and become far more tolerant, far more understanding of people's conditions and people's limitations and their boundaries. But the people that I've met through working with charities and organisations, they inspire me to go on and to carry on and to do so much more.